Back to Fast Gadgets. If you watched one of my recent videos, you saw the unboxing I did with the equipment. I think I'm going to go ahead and unbox the Akaso action camera EK7000 right now. Specifications: this one does have an integrated wireless network, super wide angle lens of 170 degrees, a 2.4 gigahertz remote control, which is included, a 2-inch LCD, uses a micro SDHC card. Now I did buy a SDXC. If this card doesn't work, I'll just swap it with one of my other cards and then use this somewhere else. And it has mounts and accessories, and it is a micro USB HDMI. It can go up to 4K, but it's only 25 frames a second. Or no, I guess it can go up to 30 frames a second as well. So, well, no, 2.7K. I usually shoot in 30 frames a second anyway, but I can do 1080p and 60 frames a second. And it can do JPEG photos up to 12 megabits. And battery is a 1050 milliamp hour, and it's waterproof up to 98 feet, and it has a wireless connection. So that's the remote that's included with it. And this is just a knockoff of a GoPro Hero type camera. And this one was only $83, so I didn't want to spend $300 to $400. Now, in the reviews, what I thought was really cool is one of the reviewers went ahead and they posted, and they had pictures of their GoPro Hero and pictures of this camera side by side, so you could look at them and look at the quality. And honestly, what I was seeing, there was very little difference. They basically looked identical. I'm sure this one is not as good, but for what I'm going to use it for, it'll be just fine. In my unboxing, as you know, I have mounting a chest mount I got. So I have a strap that I can mount this on my chest, and I also have a head mount, and it comes with a tripod mount and all the other goodies. So I'm going to have a lot of use for this. And what I'm shooting on right now is my Galaxy Note 4, which is by and far a beautiful camera, and I'm using my new lavalier microphone, and it really works well for me. But you know, I wanted to have another camera as a backup, and one that I can do sport shots, and you know, when I'm walking around and doing stuff. So kind of wanted something that was an all-in-one. I think the packaging is just a wee bit too much. Okay, so on the top of this cardboard box, the camera is firmly mounted. So that's the camera itself, and you can see there's a sticker on the inside as well, so I have to take that one off, and I will have to crack open the case, which I need to do anyway because I have to put my new card in. And I honestly don't know if this unit is charged or not. So I like the case. It comes apart really easily. The camera comes right out. And I'm going to try and do this without actually touching the lens. It's kind of my hope. I see they have a little tab here, but it's... There we go. You know what? I'll put the memory card in first, then I'll take that off. Tiniest little cards. It's amazing you can get 128 gigabytes on these. All right. So there's the slot. I just have to figure out which way is the right way. And it doesn't look like that's the right way. And that is. So it's one of the clicker style slots. There we go. Okay, already got dust on it. That didn't take very long. And I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the case. I guess I might as well take this one off. Pretty cool camera, all things considered. And wow, didn't take long to get dirty at all. Whoops, sorry about the bang on the camera. take the back off. And let's find out if this thing has any charge on it. All right, well, in just a minute, I'm going to go charge the camera, but I'm going to set that aside. And this is quite amazing. I mean, this thing is chock full of accessories here in this box, and I'm going to pull them out one at a time here. So, looks like I've got a mounting bracket. Could be used for a tripod by the looks of it, among other things. And it looks like it would fit the camera itself, so I could take it out of the case. So it has that. Comes with various straps, and I can't tell yet what kinds these are. I'll just have to experiment with them, but it looks like a hand strap possibly to hold the camera. And then there's another strap, and again, I'm not 100% sure yet what this strap would be used for, but quite a lot of things here. What do we have here? We got a cleaning pad, a cable, some zip ties, and I suppose this cable would be a great way to secure the camera in case you're using it somewhere like that one person said where they were using that selfie stick in one of the reviews, and their camera broke off the selfie stick and slipped into the water and it was gone. And this is a back for the camera, so let's see, it's a different kind of back. I'm not sure what the significant difference is. Looks like it mounts the same way. Maybe it's a replacement for it or something different. I can't be 100% sure yet. And what do we have here? These look like mounts. Very interesting. I'll have to pull out the instructions to see if they tell what each one of these items is. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like possibly, nope, those don't really go together, do they? Let's see what else we got in the goodie box. This is all for 83 bucks. A nice handle to hold the camera with. I cannot believe how much stuff you get for 83 bucks. Another one. What else do we got? Ah, clip mount. Interesting. Now that makes sense to me. So it looks like this would go into here. I guess I could literally clip this onto something or clip it onto my... hope you were seeing all that. Clip this onto my belt, I guess. So that's another possibility. And we have another mount of some sort here. Not sure what that would be used with just yet. There's so much stuff in here. And some more mounting brackets. Different types. Interesting. So I could mount that on a pole, maybe a selfie stick. Interesting. Some good stuff here. Yet another mounting handle. And the charger. That's going to come in handy. I'll need that. A cable for the charger. Micro USB. And the remote control. And I may or may not have to put a battery in that, I'm not sure. And one last thing. Yeah, it comes with 2 batteries. Well, that's pretty cool. So I can charge both of the batteries up, and then I'll have 2 batteries to be able to use with this unit. So I'll put it back, and I'll go through it again just in case you missed it. So the remote control, an additional battery, a charger, a mounting bracket for possibly a stick, a USB micro to USB 3 cable for the charger, what appears to be a handle I could use, and these may also be to secure it to a mount. Another mount I'm not familiar with yet. I'll have to go through all of these and see what I can do with them. And 2 more mounts. One looks like maybe for a tripod, which is cool. I have tripods to use. And this one, I'm not sure what it would be for. It's some type of mount. And it has a nut there on the end. Another handle. A new back for the case of the camera. Some cables, a wire, probably to secure the camera, and a cleaning pad. Some more mounts. They look like sticky style mounts. Now I'm getting it. That other clip slides in here. A strap. What looks to be some wrist straps. Maybe to make sure the device doesn't go anywhere. Maybe used as a headband. Another mounting bracket. And another handle. And yet another mounting bracket with a clip on the end. So that'll come in handy. And of course, the original screw that was holding the camera on, and some instructions that I will have to go through and see what it can do. I actually bothered to look through the instructions. I think it's a good idea. You learn a lot. I hate to say it, but you do. Now I see a lot of this is in different languages, so might have to find the English section. But for 83 bucks, you get quite a bit. The camera seemed to be decent based on the reviews I saw and the images that people had taken. So I'm going to go in and charge this, and then we're going to get some footage with it and see how it does outside. Check it out. Okay, Akaso camera at 1080p, 60 frames a second. Final video. Alright, I'm doing this for the 3rd time because I did my walk around, and I don't know if I've got a timer set on this or something like that, but it powered down the unit, or I hit a button, but I don't think I hit a button. So I'm walking again, and I want to see if this unit looks good enough and how the microphone sounds with the wind out here. So I'm just going to take one more quick video. And I'm shooting side by side with my Galaxy Note 4, and I do have a lavalier mic on, so hopefully that wind isn't driving you guys too crazy. But let's see what kind of detail we can get from an $83 camera, and this is at 1080p. Of course, my Galaxy Note 4 is doing autofocus, and I'm just checking to make sure this thing is still playing. And I've taken off the waterproof case because the onboard microphone on the Akaso camera does not do all that well with the case on, of course, for waterproofing. But I wish there was some type of case with a front and back that would leave that open so that I can have the microphone but protect the lens, because I think one drop would scratch or break it. It bubbles out pretty far. I'm sure that's pretty typical of the GoPros as well. So here's the old rusty pole used for laundry, and it's what they call the magic hour now, so it's just beautiful out. Sun's starting to set. Lovely weather. And it's still running, so I'm not sure what I did earlier. I'll have to figure that out, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to shut this off, and we're going to see how it looks on the computer. So how did the Akaso 4K Ultra HD model number EK7000 fare in use? Quite well. I think this camera actually will work very well for my needs. It seems to do pretty decent color reproduction. It did have a little bit of overexposure when you're pointing it towards the sky, but I think that's to be expected and really a minimal issue in my personal opinion. Do I regret buying this instead of a GoPro Hero for $300 to $400? No, not at all. I would consider this camera well within 98% of what the GoPro does, and only for $83, and comes with tons of extras, different mounting brackets and other devices that really made it definitely a worthwhile package. This footage here that I'm shooting, I've bought a $10 kit that also had a chest strap that I could mount the camera to, which I've done. And now I'm just walking through the neighborhood, and I was very impressed with it. It may be a little bit shaky, which is to be expected, so I think there's going to be another purchase in the future for a gimbal to get me more smoothness. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. If you really enjoyed it, share the video. Thank you very much. Hope to see your comments, and I'll see you next time on Fast Gadgets.